Eyes down for the Morning folks, Tuesday. Dull, overcast, cool. That's what it's like outside. In fact, as I drove into the village, thick mist. So there you go. So, we're on. We've got the pipe and the fittings to plumb that up. But first, as promised, I have put a new fuse in this, and we're about to see if we can get a squeak out of it. I'll untangle my cable, plug it in and bring you back. And unfortunately the answer is we can't. That blew the fuse as soon as I plugged it in. Now, given that that fuse only fuses that pair there, which goes straight into the motor, I think it's time to investigate the motor, don't you? Let's get into it. Right folks, it's all in bits, and the actual actuator, she works. Now I'm running this on 6 volts, it's probably 12 volts, so it's going very slowly. But if I swap that round, reverse polarity reverses rotation, and the when she comes to the end she stops automatically, so the actual linear actuator is working perfectly. Right, just turn the power supply off. Right, what appears to be the problem is this toroidal transformer, which, if you look at where the fuse is, the fuse has got the separation, the high voltage separation with the 2 slots cut, and the power supply goes straight through the circuit board, doesn't connect to this at all, right, and the power goes out on that socket there, that plug there, which is the input to the 240 volts into the toroidal transformer, and I'm getting a very high resistance across there. So I think that our toroidal transformer, which probably spent its entire day and probably most of its night switched on as well, has quit. So I'm now struggling to try and take it out so I can read what it says on the side. But of course it's got some wonderful patent bloody fixing which doesn't seem to have any way of releasing it. It seems to work one way only. So I'll struggle on a bit with that and bring you back. But as I say, I mean, examining this circuit card, who knows, but there appears to be absolutely no problem with it, and there's no reason to suspect it's a problem, because the fuse that is blowing is supposed to be a 1 amp fuse. Well, I put a 1.5 in and it still cleared it straight away. The instant I plugged it in, it cleared it. So there you go. So it's obviously not getting, this feeds back to the circuit card on that socket there. So it's obvious that the fuse is blowing because this is faulty. There you go. Right, I'll see if I can get this out and get back to you. So there we have it folks. One toroidal transformer out of the box and faulty. And believe it or not, there is a company in Britain who claims to be able to supply these. So I've got onto them and I'm waiting for a quote for supply. It'll be probably a fortune. Although most toroidals seem to be around 20 to 30 quid, so it's probably a worthwhile repair, because this is a very, very expensive piece of equipment. It's a piece of equipment for an optician's practice. I'm not sure whether it's a field of vision tester, but without its rise and fall column it's useless. And to replace the piece of equipment is many, many thousands of pounds. So there you go. So a 30 or 40 quid transformer is probably a well worthwhile purchase to get the whole thing going again. Right, I shall pack it all away again, wait for a reply from this company, and move on to plumbing. Bye now. And there it is, folks. It'll actually go up further than that, but for the moment I've got to take it down now and put the plumbing on the back of it. What I'm going to do is move it this way slightly, away from the door, so that the plumbing is on the other side of it and goes down through the hole out of sight. That strap there will need to be made a bit longer to take the kink out of the duct, but other than that it's a fit. You see, it will go higher than that, and it's already above the door height, so it's easily walk under height, unless you're tall Mark Thomas, who is I think 6'5" or 6'7" or something ridiculous. But there you go. I can't allow for everybody in the world. Right, onwards. Next job, straps to fix it to the ceiling. Here we go. And there she is, folks, suspended in position on two pieces of very strong webbing, which means it's free to move a little bit and it doesn't transfer any vibrations. It'll be really quiet. So next thing to do is to take it down again, put the plumbing on it, put the fan back in it, and then put it up for the final time, and then we're away. Let's get on with it. And there it is, folks, all assembled, all taped up, with the plumbing on and ready to go up. But it's 4:45, so it's going to go up tomorrow. I've got the straps on the ceiling ready to put it up. I've got to thread the pipes through there first and swing it into position and put the screws in the ceiling, and it's done. And then I can use my plumb straight to get the rest of the pipe working. We are progressing. That'll pop out that hole there. It'll get a couple of elbows, a couple more elbows straight down there, and a couple more elbows, and we'll be away. So that's it for today, folks. I'll see you all tomorrow, which is Wednesday. Bye now. Morning, folks. Wednesday. And after a rather abortive start to the day, when I forgot I was picking Keith, Keith was coming to my house to be brought back to Langtoft, and I overslept because I'd had a bad night. So I came to Langtoft, dropped Keith off, went back for my breakfast, and then now I'm here. Right, that's it, she's going up. I've adjusted that big strap just an inch this way, just to give me enough clearance to get the pipes through, and it will now be a matter of jacking it up on an angle and then carefully threading the pipes through, and then hoping we don't have any leaks, although if we do, we do. You know, what can you do about it? Sometimes stuff leaks. I always pride myself on my plumbing never leaks, but I'm pushing the envelope here. It's low pressure anyway, it's only going to be a little pumped central heating system, so it's not going to be massively pressurised. Right, off we go. I'll bring you back when it's hanging from the ceiling. There she is, folks, hanging from the ceiling, and I can actually turn it on, and it's lovely and quiet, and the airflow, yesterday I didn't show you this, but I took the fan out. I had the fan out yesterday, and I washed it all and cleaned it, cleaned all the dirt and dust and crap off it, because it's been sucking a lot of smoke and welding fumes and crap in, dust, while it's been in there, and it's so much more efficient now. So much more efficient, getting a lot more airflow. Even right down at the far end, the airflow is fantastic. So there you go. So what we have now is a pair of pipes poking out the wall. So we can now put a couple of pairs of elbows on and go in there, to there and down. Okay, right, I'm going to crack on with that. I'll put some saddles. I think I've got a bit of wood there, haven't I? Yeah, I've got a piece of wood there, so I can put some saddles on there and fix it to there. So I can go in over the top of that conduit, and jobs are good. And then I'm going to block, obviously I'm going to block this hole up because I don't want smoke and stuff coming through from in here. So let's get on with that. Right, bye now. And there it is, folks. All up, all wired, all running. I've just I've opened the door. You probably can't see much for the glare from the door, but I've opened the door just to show you how much or how little clearance we have between the bottom of that. But it works. There's the pipes going through the wall. I've just got this tail to cut off, and jobs are good. As you can see, I put my coat hooks back up, because I thought I'd have to move them, but I put them back up, and I also put the other one up for all my PPE equipment, my leather aprons, overalls that I never wear, but other people wear them when they come to work here. So there you go. Right, continue. Morning, folks. Thursday. Beautiful warm sunshine. Blue sky with little fluffy clouds. Isn't it wonderful? So, I'm building up the boiler ready for it to go in. So that's the drain off and the cold water in from the tank. That's the hot out flow, and that's the return back in. Now the return, I usually pump the return because it means your pump runs a bit cooler. So I shall go out here to a T, and the top of that T will go to the expansion unit, like that, the expansion pipe, and the rest will go to that bit of flow, to the heating. So there you go. So I've almost finished here. I was going to take some footage earlier, but the battery was flat on the camera because, as usual, I'd left it on. So there you go. So I've been charging it up, but that's going well. At the moment I'm just about to finish removing the reduced end from the flue pipe. I've been inside the flue pipe this morning with the airline and blown it all out, blown all the soot and rubbish out this end, which there wasn't a great deal, but it's clean now anyway. So I'm going to cut that off next with the air cut-off wheel, which is why I'm wearing goggles, which you can't see, and we'll carry on from there. Right, I'll put the camera back on charge. Bye now. And there we go, folks. I've reminded myself why I hate plumbing so much. So that's the return connected up. That's the flow, which is going to go across here to a 45, and then up there, and there'll be a copper, another one of these copper plastic joints there, so that everything that's around the boiler is copper, because it's not a good idea to put plastic at the back of boilers because it melts, or at least it can't stand the ambient temperature for long. So there we go. Boiler is in position. I had a devil of a job, as you can well imagine, on this floor, which not only slopes out towards the door but also is yard brush finish. So I had a devil of a job levelling it up, but I've got it levelled both ways, believe it or not. That's me, I've told you, haven't I? That's my feed pipe, my cold feed. There'll be a T in there for the expansion pipe that'll go up there and over the top of the tank, and that's it, we're in. So it's the end of Thursday, or at least almost the end of Thursday, because I'm going home a bit early because the wife wants to go shopping. So we're going to go shopping tonight, and then tomorrow I'm at a secret location doing some wiring in an engineering shop. So I'll take you along with me and we'll see if we can shoot a few feet in there. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye now. One of the things that's been built in this workshop is this prototype drill grinding machine, which is designed for grinding large drill bits. It's got a built-in diamond for grinding the face of the wheel to align with the slider here, and an adjustment here for the angle. So I'm just going to leave it to the boss now, and the boss is going to demonstrate it. So if you just want to have a go and switch her on.
Hold the drill so that the cutting edge is horizontal. It needs a bit more yet because it's a different angle to what it was at before.
Yeah.
So we just keep going a bit.
Oh yeah, that's putting a beautiful edge on it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Nice chisel point as well at the top.
Yeah. So this machine is only designed to grind the cutting edge.
Right.
It needs backing off by hand, which is quite easy to do.
Yeah.
And then we use this patent gadget to scribe a line from both corners so that we get the same length of cut, the same length.
Excellent.
So they're both cutting at the same time.
Yeah.
Very easy, simple device, but serves a very useful purpose.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But it produces you a super cutting edge.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. And they're both at the same angle.
Yeah.
I mean, that one's not been done yet. There's a little bit of meat to take off it. You could back it off a little bit by hand before you approach this machine with it if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not always easy to get a bigger drill with the flanks the same length and the same angle.
No, the flanks the same length is the absolute art, isn't it? And
yeah, but that gadget does that.
Yeah.
And this, you get the angles absolutely spot on.
Amazing.
Another day maybe we'll put one in the lathe and show it cutting.
Yep, could do.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks very much.
Okay.
Right, folks. We're in somebody else's workshop. In a mystery location somewhere in East Yorkshire. And there is some magnificent machines. Big Colchester. A smaller Smart and Brown tool room, which I was fiddling with the other week because it had a fault on the reverse switch. But today we've been getting it. Oh look, there's a Myford and a milling machine and a drilling machine. Today we've been getting machines going that haven't run before. So we've got this 3-phase grinder going, which is a Marwin, which I've never heard of before, but there you go. And then we've got this little Alexander Deckel tool and cutter grinder going. Put a socket on there. Oh look, there's another one. And then over here we've got the Bridgeport going by fitting yet another 3-phase socket just round the corner. Nice mains. And we've got the Union Graduate wood lathe going by fitting yet another 3-phase socket. So that's what I've been doing today in this wonderful workshop. It needs a bit of a tidy up, but it's got a heart of gold. Right, that's it folks for this week. So thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. Send me a like, send me a comment, and I'll see you all next week. Bye now.